Grand Rising, beautiful beings of darkness and light. I am Kimpress, the Empress, alchemist, mother, lover, daughter, healer, teacher, speaker, more righteous seer. And I just wanted to give you an update on our grocery store to garden grow. From our grocer to garden grow. Now, 4 days ago, I put these. This was the bok choy, and as you can see, it's growing beautifully. This is the bok choy that we cut the bottom off of and just put it into the garden. I can say I'm not surprised because bok choy does well in the garden. The little onions, the scallions, they're coming up. These onions are taking a little bit longer to come up, but if you look on the bottom, the root system is really doing its thing. Here's that next scallion that's sprouting its top. Each one of these scallions, you can see, there's a new green top to the scallion. Now, I am very surprised because I'm not surprised at this bok choy. I'm actually very happy that this bok choy is taking off like this. Like I said, I bought another bok choy. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to peel it back and then start letting it grow. What I am surprised about is there's a little bit of growth on this iceberg. Now, typically I don't grow iceberg lettuce because it's mostly just water. And I've never done this experiment with iceberg before. So I'm really surprised that the iceberg is actually taking off and rising up in the center right there. And this is the romaine lettuce. You see it's taking off in the center. I'm not surprised about the romaine lettuce at all. This is how you do it. So let this be a lesson to you when you go to the grocery store. Don't throw away those scraps. Don't throw away the bottom root ball system of the plant. Just take it, cut it off, and put it in the garden. Here are the other scallions that we put in the ground. You see the other scallions we put in the ground? They are popping up, all with little green tops. I have a few in the window, and I was looking to see which one grow fastest, either if I put it in the ground first or if I put it in the window. And I can tell you they both have about the same amount of growth. Same amount of growth at the top, but there's nothing like this good old sunshine. Now we're gonna walk on over here to the garden. You see that big old tomato? Woo! Tomatoes are looking good, getting some color in there. The peppers are looking good. I think I'm gonna pick these red ones today. I'm gonna pick these red ones because they all nice and red and beautiful. That one's orange. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time to turn red, along with this one here. As y'all can see, these peppers right here, this pepper plant right here is all about 3 inches tall. It's 3 inches tall, and it's already producing peppers for me. I'll tell y'all how that happened. I usually give my plants either grow food or bloom food to make them go into bloom. And how these little 3-inch peppers started blooming and this little 4-inch pepper started blooming was because I put bloom food on there while I was feeding the tomatoes, which need a lot of cow mag. I put the bloom food on the peppers, and boom, they started blooming at 3 and 4 inches tall. So, ooh, y'all, look at that basil. Now with this basil, what I had to do, this basil was going to bolt. It was bolting. I saw the little flowers beginning to develop on the top. When flowers begin to develop on the top of your basil, cut them off. You see right there, I cut the head. Cut it, cut it, nip it in the bud so that you can get more growth out of your basil, so that you can get a longer life out of your basil. And look at those tomatoes. Oh yeah, baby. Tomato land. Yes. So here is what's going on in the garden. Give thanks, Gloria. It's a small garden. It's small. I just got started a little bit, growing some more foods over here. This, of course, is my thyme, my German thyme that I have had since Mom Beverly gave it to me. I've had that thyme for about 10, 12 years now. And you just pick a piece off of that, stick it in the ground, and it starts to grow. I still have the time. This is rue. I want to tell you guys about this rue because I used to have a really bad problem with the lizards coming to eat all of my blooms. So I don't know if it was the lizards or the iguanas, but I know that they were eating it. They ate up everything I put into my garden until I planted this rue. Rue is an herb, but rue is also a protectant for my garden from those pesky lizards. And as you can see, the pumpkin is coming up real nice and pretty. That pumpkin vine is going to run around there and find a place that it wants to go. So I'm going to let these grow a little bit more before I put any bloom food on them. And they start producing pumpkin. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on the Grocer to garden experiment. Now I do want to tell you guys one of the things that I would do different. Lettuce does not like it very hot, and though it hasn't been hot here in South Florida, I mean like extremely hot, it's kind of warm. It's warmer than lettuce likes it. So for the next couple of, I got some curly lettuce heads. Good morning, Cindy. How are you this rise? Just giving a little update. Look at this bok choy, Cindy. This bok choy that we just put in the ground 3 days ago from the grocery store. Look at it. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't she lovely? The iceberg, which I'm so surprised about. I've never grown iceberg in my garden. See, lettuce likes it cold, guys. Lettuce likes it cold. So what I'm going to do for the next couple of heads of leafy green, because it's March now and it's only going to get hotter in South Florida, is some of these leafy greens I will transfer to indoor pots. I'm going to start growing some in indoor pots because it's cooler inside. The only issue is I don't have the amount of sun inside as I have outside. So that sun is wonderful. But when you're growing lettuce and leafy greens, they don't like it too hot. They don't like too much sun. So this bok choy is doing wonderfully good out here in this sunshine. The romaine is doing its thing. And like I say, I'm surprised about iceberg. I've never grown iceberg, ever. Ever. I grow leafy greens, mixed greens, romaine, bok choy, spinach, kale. I've done it all. But iceberg, I have never. Never. I hardly eat iceberg except on a burger, you know. But anywho, romaine does just as well on a burger. But are there any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns? I love bok choy too, Gloria. So Gloria, what I've started doing, instead of planting the seeds, and I'm going to show you guys, I'll do a video later showing you how to germinate your seeds so that you can know how to grow from seed to need. But Gloria, what I've been doing with this garden right here is just a little experiment. I took these from the grocery store, cut the bottom off of it the same way that I did my carrots. I cut the top off the carrots. And you see my scallions right here? All those beautiful scallions came from the grocery store. I just cut the bottoms off, put them right in the soil. Boop. My carrots right here, cut the top off, put them right into the soil. Boop. You see a little carrot right there. He's doing his thing. The thing about carrots is they need deep soil. Carrots need deep soil to grow. So I'm looking for a better potting system for my soil. Maybe I will go 2 bricks high instead of 1 brick high on my cinder block. But yes, going to close out this video right now with some love and peace and blessings and some love and light. And just wanted to remind you guys that you can take your groceries from the store, from the grocery store, cut the bottom off, put it in your garden, and watch it grow. Peace and blessings, love and light. Y'all join me for my next video where I'll show you how to germinate seeds.